Hey, and welcome back to Living My Fest Life, a podcast about festivals, fairs, events, and experiences, everything from the nationally known to the local and obscure. I'm your host, Kelly Collette, and today I'm talking about a very cool festival happening in my hometown. This week, I'm talking about Blink. There are over 100 different pieces of art and exhibits here, and so that's why it's a 4-day event. You really got to spend a lot of time walking around to see everything. Lots to explore. It is the nation's largest illuminated art festival of this nature, and it happens only once every 2 years. The whole town comes out. People come from all over the Midwest, all over the country to come to this. The artists are national, the artists are international, the artists are local as well. It's just a really interesting and exciting place to be. Let's get to it.
I'm living my best life.
All right, I'm headed to the main festival location for the Blink Parade. It is insane out here. I am in such a good mood right now. I don't know if that is because I have my first pumpkin spice latte in my hand or sense of entitlement since I got away with free parking in the casino parking garage. Sorry for the casino, but you know we were all doing it. You know we weren't all gambling. You know we were just going to Starbucks and then going out to the parade. But I'm here in my favorite event in Cincinnati, and I know people shit on my city so much that I love, but this city is so much more than you think. This is the nation's largest illuminated art event. We have over 80 exhibits, and we're about to kick off with the parade. So that's Pam Kravitz. She's a famous artist in Cincinnati and tastemaker. She probably put together this whole entire display over there. Oh, look at you, pretty. Okay, so tell me what we just witnessed.
I witnessed iconicness. She was really cute. I love it. I'm kind of mad I didn't get a glow stick.
I know, they were throwing out foam glow stick things at everybody. Okay, so what is this? A phoenix coming through?
I love the puppeteering of it.
It is gorgeous.
That was me.
They are puppeteering a giant bird. Everybody is just digging all this. Visionaries and Voices is coming through with their display. They are jellyfish and magical sea creatures.
There's a dude as a shark.
I know. Oh, he's double fisting sodas. So he's staying hydrated.
Look, the little girl's dressed up as a mermaid. That's so cute.
What'd you see?
The little girl was dressed up as a mermaid.
Oh, that's adorable. There's seahorses, jellyfish. Here's a squid on a stroller. Aiken Marching Band. Cincinnati Children's Champions are coming down as a hive of glowing bees. Oh, yay! So is this your first Blink event?
No, I was here the last time too.
Okay, so what? Oh, it's your first Blink event. Okay, so what do you know about the event? Did she tell you everything?
Yes, told me everything and more.
Well, what are you most excited about?
I really don't know what to expect other than some lights and some art and lots of people.
Okay, so you're just hoping you're not, secretly epileptic at this point. Okay, so what about you? What is your favorite part of Blink?
Last time it was some of the interactive stuff where you were like jumping on pianos and making noise. This year I'm really looking forward to the bridge singing. So.
I've heard so much about that. I'm very excited. I don't know what it's going to sing. Do you have any idea?
I do not.
What do you hope it is?
Oh gosh. Living on a Prayer?
Oh, I love that one. Yes! Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Are you crying?
I am.
girls in wheelchairs dancing so beautifully to the Willy Wonka song, Pure Imagination.
I love it. It's so adorable.
Holy shit, what is coming down the street right now? This looks amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't even describe it. It looks like an inflatable. It has to be at least 16 feet high. Inflatable circle on wheels, driven by one person walking. This is insanely cool. I don't know, but I love it. That must be. That's got to take a lot of ab work. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So this is Voodoo
These are my
Panther Night Parade. It's like New Orleans style wedding. Yes. Is it your first time here?
It's a parade. Yes, walking.
Oh, walking it. So you what would you do?
2 years ago, we went to a show down here, and then we just we were leaving and saw.
And you were like, why is the town so lit up?
Well, we knew it was there. So have you walked it before?
I have. You know, there's a lot of interactive exhibits too. They do stuff at the banks, like they have these giant seesaws you can play on and stuff like that.
Okay, because we parked down near the bank, so we could end up down there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So they have more interaction. There's like drum sets you can play on. There's all
Really?
sorts of stuff. Yeah.
And now we were thinking from here walking down Walnut.
Okay. Yeah. There's.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah.
Will there be stuff down there?
There's stuff on the courthouse. I walked by that. The library has some stuff outside. They have like 3 clusters: Findlay, downtown, and the bank. So
Okay.
basically, you're gonna walk into something. You're gonna hear crowds. You're gonna see like a million
Now,
people
when you
walking.
say down by the bank, so like, what is it like near? Is it like?
Well, have you seen the Roebling Bridge?
Not yet.
They're
Okay, I know where it is.
They're gonna make it sing this year.
Yeah. Oh, they are?
Yes, they're gonna make it sing.
Okay, so all like down by there,
Yeah.
by Snail Park and all that.
And
Well,
they're
I
going to
knew
have
it,
it
yeah.
singing.
Yeah.
I was
They
wondering.
were saying on the news, they said our singing bridge is going to sing to it.
Yeah, because you know there's that big mural by the bank that says Queen City Sings, and I
Yes,
kept
yes,
thinking,
yes.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Maybe it was like 2 years in the
Yeah.
making. They were prepping us for that. Okay, here's Dance Fix. This is one of the best studios in Cincinnati. They do a lot of flash mobs. Like, oh, that's definitely not a fake ID because no one would pick that
Yeah,
name.
that was totally
okay. Okay, you said you made it out of milk crates.
Yes.
Okay.
So, the first guy who really had the idea for the first one that we did, the last blank, he had a bunch of milk crates donated to him and had a history of building things with milk crates.
Okay.
And so basically we just wanted to compartmentalize things and make everything sort of modular, as milk crates are modular,
Yeah.
as sort of this building tool. But it's also, Matt Lynch and Joe have a history of talking about just the way that industry has changed in Cincinnati, and moving from something that is like milk crates to something more contemporary like Formica, or even further than. So Matt Lynch works a lot with Formica, and Formica is based out of Cincinnati. And so to us, it's just really just glorifying the things that make us us, and the city that's happening and prospering right now.
And you did the lights display above it. Now, each of these is on a different timer to make a different kind of
Yes.
light display?
Yes, yeah, they're all running on a separate microprocessor, and so they're all running individually, each tower. And so there's 20 towers wide, they're all 16 crates high.
And did you build this here or transport it here?
We transported all the individual towers here and then built it here.
Okay. How long did it take you from concept to bringing it here, how long did it take you?
That's a long time, like 6 months.
Wow. It's really one of my favorites. Who picked the songs?
Well, right now the playlist is Matt Lynch's. But later on tonight, about 8:30, we're gonna have DJ Jenny Rush.
It's going to come spin?
Yes.
And is it going to change?
Yeah, so I'm actually about to hook up some microphones so that when the two on the ends, they will react to sound.
Okay.
So as she changes stuff, a few of them will change, but a lot of them will stay the same.
People getting hyped for blowing bubbles.
I'm living my
So you were here last night. What was the best thing that you saw last night?
The best thing I saw last night, I think, was actually in Over the Rhine. I really liked Music Hall and how they decorated that with all the different types of lightings. There was a building next door to it. I can't remember what the name of it was, but that one changed into all different types of pictures, and somehow they figured out how to design the lighting around the windows. So they must have actually been sitting and learning about...
And measuring,
yeah. The windows and where all of that was, because you could see these blobs of colors and lights literally forming around the windows.
And if that's off by like a millimeter, you know the whole thing is going to look weird.
Oh, just ruined.
Yes.
Ruined.
We're just going to be like, look at that millimeter of window.
But I mean, honestly, they must have taken a lot of time to actually figure that out to get it right.
And to be like, what are we going to display? How often are we going to change it?
Placing the lighting, where those structures are going to be, and
hiring the people to set it up so it's automatically correct. I mean,
yeah, so it's pretty cool.
So what is the weirdest thing you've seen?
The weirdest thing I've seen, I don't know if I've really
a pigeon eating a French fry.
Well, children have been handing me French fries this week.
Just handing you globs. Oh yes, yeah, I remember that. just eating it and kind of getting tired of it and being like, here, you hold this.
A lot of people are really getting into it though. Like I've seen people in costumes and light up umbrellas yesterday when it was raining, and just kind of little headbands with lights and doodads and all that fun stuff on it. So
you're just making up words.
I am kind of. But people are actually, I think, getting really into it, and you can see that by the crowds. You know, it really has drawn a lot of people who might not normally come downtown to come downtown.
And would you say that it's overly crowded, or do you say it's workable crowded?
I think it's workable. Not too overly crowded.
I mean, you're 5'2", so we have to worry about people knocking into you. Is that right?
Help me, find me.
Can everybody just watch out for the small people? We would really appreciate that if you can walk straight and not be on your phones.
No, it hasn't been too bad. I feel like I haven't been trampled on too much.
You might think this is interesting, but what I have behind me is at least 400 times more interesting. Come one, come all, come to Professor Lorenzo's World of Wonders and see the amazing sights and sounds. Yes, marvel at the sights. Experience the things to see and do.
So we are here at the Trading Post Barter Boat, and can you describe what this is?
Yeah, so we're a traveling pop-up art installation. We've been in 10 different cities across the country. So we've been to Minneapolis, Indianapolis, Baltimore, Atlanta, Scottsdale, Breckenridge, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Bentonville, Arkansas, and now here.
Okay.
And so our entire inventory are things that people in other cities have traded with us. And then everything we collect here in Cincinnati we'll repackage into these little curated assemblages and trade them at our next stop.
So all this stuff displayed on this corkboard is from what people found in their purses, their pockets, and stuff walking by, saying, "I will trade something for this."
Correct. Yes.
And so, what do you think you get out of this?
For us, we get to sort of be the keepers of people's stories and objects, and so for us, we see it as an opportunity to connect strangers through their stuff and to find value without money. And for people to just tell us stories behind objects. And when people have a really good story, we'll record it as well and document it and connect it with a visual of that object. So.
And how many people have you traded with? Do you know a number?
Oh, ever or in here?
Yeah.
Oh, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Okay. Yeah.
This is so cool. Okay, so I have these pins. So what do I do? Just pick something out to say, what is this?
So how it works is you've given me these 2 pins, and I'll kind of look through our current inventory, and I'll pick 3 different packages and present them to you. And then from there, you'll see if one kind of sticks out to you and speaks to you.
And is there any way for me to trace who donated that or traded with us?
So because we're the ones who collect everything and repackage them, sometimes we know where it's from and the story if like I'm the one who traded that in the previous city, but sometimes I won't because one of my collaborators is the one who did it, so maybe is the answer.
Very cool. All right, let's see what we got.
See what I can find for you.
Thank you.
All right, for that, all right, you can.
I mean, I kind of have my eye on this paper giraffe over there, but I'm thinking I don't have such great stuff that I'm giving. Just pins with my face on it saying living my best life. So maybe whoever is listening to this podcast now will actually figure out how they got my pin. Maybe.
So I found 3 things here, and I'm going to present them to you and describe what's in them. So the first one in this package, we have a bracelet with a charm on it that says Watch for God. And then behind that is an old slide projector slide with a mystery image on it. And then
A mystery image.
Yeah. And then behind that is someone's business card.
Okay. I could probably connect with that person. It might be weird.
Okay, and then the second package here, we have a found photo. It looks like maybe a city in Europe, a church perhaps. We have half of a plastic handcuff set and a lovely plastic ring.
Oh, look at the color of that ring, ladies. It matches your coat. You might need that.
With a Kelly green gem in the center, yeah. And then the last one is actually the one I think maybe is the one. And so this one is a sticker, and it says Smart Life Roadshow. And I believe that this is a traveling podcast trailer, and I think that we met with them is this the sticker from, or am I mistaking that?
Oh, this is from my cousin who works for Intel.
Okay. Well, she knows the story of this one then. And then there's a small button in here, a rubber band, and another found photo, and I'm not sure what's in that photo.
All right, ladies, will you help me pick?
What's the bracelet?
Okay, the bracelet said something about God, though.
I'm so interested in the half
The hand? Yeah, because this way you could keep the ring, you could keep the handcuff, and I could take the photo.
Perfect. You get the handcuff.
Good distribution. Okay, so I'm going to share with my girls here. Thank you so much. We very much enjoy your art. Thanks for doing this. It's not even tax on tampons. I think it's like the extra tax on like all women's
Women's supplies are more expensive. I buy men's razors because they're actually less expensive.
I buy Nivea shaving cream for men and all this stuff. So this is a display about the pink tax. The actual cost of being a woman. Underpaid, undervalued, underrepresented, high expectations. And there is a display of all the items women are typically taxed on, plus a bunch of pink found objects. And this is very very important to Ohio today because the bill was being raised on peace tax, and they were voting on it. It sounds like I said peace tax. Pink like the color. Pink like the Aerosmith song. Pink like the singer who dances on the ceiling. So it's tiny gallery, small collaboration of objects designed and marketed towards women without their consent. Without their consent. They celebrated gender roles. Yeah, Spanx. The pink Nerf guns. Like, we can't have a regular Nerf gun. We need a pink Nerf gun.
There's got to be pink tools in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Pink ice trays.
There's an oven. Oh.
An easy bake oven. So describe to me what we see, though.
A big eye. Oh, sorry.
What would you say this is?
So, it looks like we're doing like a tarot card reading with this solitary eye and this world of magic that we have going on around.
So we assembled it's like a pop-up circus, and there is a robotic woman with an eye for a face who is reading people's tarot cards one by one in the middle of the street. So here's the looking good. Yeah, this seems like a circus portion. It seems like a lot more interactive stuff, a lot of things too. It's probably a sideshow theme, I'm thinking. There are people doing dances.
Interpretive.
They look like Avatar interpretive dancing.
They look like, that scene from that movie, Miss Congeniality, when they're playing with drum paints and they get drum paint all over them?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they're doing. Yeah. Hey, guys, you look like drum paint. Did you know that?
Pizza, and I'm here for it.
I know. I wish I had perfume pizza. Okay, so I didn't even know this was a bar or a club down here. This is the No Theater Cincinnati.
I've never seen this before.
And yeah, so now we're discovering places in Cincinnati we've never even been to. We've walked by here probably a million times.
Which I think is kind of the point of Blink in a way. It's to get people excited about the downtown area and to see different things.
Oh, look at that guy. He's on one. Yeah. So there's an old man.
My dad just got loose on the dance floor. Somebody gave Mark a drink.
He's in his carpenter jeans, his best button-down shirt and sweater, and he's on a disco dance floor. This display is called the Human Disco Ball. We have not seen a human yet. Oh, look! It looks like everybody's invited to come up on the stage. There's a kid flossing up there. Not flossing his teeth, flossing the dance. This podcast is really going to date me. Oh my gosh, I love it. Just an impromptu concert in the middle of a parking lot.
I'm living my best life.
Okay, so just got done walking around Blink, Cincinnati. Thank you to my friends Emily and Caitlin who walked around with me. I could not have done without you. Let's see, we walked probably like 5 miles and only saw a fraction of the art exhibits and the murals and the lights displays that were present at Blink. They did break it up into 5 different areas. We didn't even make it over the bridge to Kentucky to hear the singing bridge. There was a lot of cool things in Kentucky. We didn't get to see the world's largest disco ball and an impromptu disco party, and also the band Group Love was throwing a free concert. So all these amazing attractions, all these national, local, and international artists come together to put on these displays. Other ones I really wish I would have gotten to see were the light-up seesaws, because I really like the interactive exhibits. I mean, my favorite time I had was on that barter boat, getting to swap materials or seeing people on the impromptu, like, created rides, or the fun house that Pam Kravitz put together that you could walk through, and everybody was just in costume, and it was just very, very cool and encompassing. So yeah, Blink Cincinnati happens once every 2 years. The website for this one was Blink 2019. They also have an app where you can download where it maps every single location of an art display, plus the information about the artist and why they created that particular art piece. So definitely worth getting the app if you are walking around Blink. They do offer walking tours, so if you have trouble like picking a starting point, or you want to make sure you don't miss anything, they do have walking tours available to help you get around. And there is VIP experiences. There are ways to donate. So check out the website. And like I said, it only happens once every 2 years. So I hope that you make the journey into Cincinnati for 2021 so that you can partake in, the largest illuminated art display in the nation. If you have an idea for a podcast episode, you can send us suggestions to festlifepodcast@gmail.com, or even tell us about your local hometown festival. We'd love to cover it or hear your experiences at festivals. As always, thank you to Phil from Me Compadre for doing the editing for the show. Basically, I just send him bites and he puts a story together for me. It's very convenient for me, very probably inconvenient for him. So much appreciated for his hard work and effort trying to decide if parade banter is exciting or not. We'll see you next time. Go fest yourself.
If you're